Every year on November 11th, good morning, Vincent Massey family, students, and staff. This is our 2021 Remembrance Day ceremony. Why celebrate Remembrance Day? Remembrance Day is a memorial day observed by Canadians and other members of Commonwealth since the First World War in order to remember all those who fought and died in the line of duty to keep us free. Every year on November 11th, Canadians pause in a moment of silence to honor and remember more than 2 million Canadians who have served and continue to serve Canada during times of war, conflict, and peace. If we do not remember, their sacrifice is meaningless. Symbols of Remembrance Day. The most well-known symbol associated with Remembrance Day is the poppy, due to the poem In Flanders Fields by Canadian physician Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. At first, real poppies were worn, but now most people wear replica poppies, and their vibrant red color became a symbol of the blood spilled in the wars. There are a variety of war memorabilia throughout Canada as well in order to remember those who fought and died. By remembering the service and sacrifice of Canadians who served in the world wars, we recognize the freedom that they fought to preserve. We must remember. I am because we are. Together we are a community. Here at Vincent Massey, we have a school motto that allows students and staff to come together and be a stronger community. We all share the same space, the same beliefs, the same values. Remembrance Day serves the same purpose. It's a day where a nation takes a moment in their day to remember those who fought or are fighting for the freedoms that we take advantage of in our daily lives. As we move forward, we also need to remember those who have been forgotten and those who live in our country who do not have the freedoms we have, like the right to clean water, appropriate housing, and education. We need to honor and acknowledge the forgotten, the Indigenous peoples who fought alongside non-Indigenous, and remember that they too sacrificed their lives for our freedom. The point to my message is clear. All lives that are lost or living are important to recognize and remember, and our school motto speaks to this sentiment loudly and clearly. I am because we are. Together, we're a community. We will now listen to some pre-recorded poetry done through readings by our students, and we thank Mr. Hall for his playing of the last post and the revelry on the trumpet.
We are but children small. We are too little to do it all. Children, you may do your part. Love each other is how you start. Play without fighting, share games and toys. Be kind and thoughtful to all girls and boys.
We wear a poppy on Remembrance Day, and at 11 we stand and pray. Reach or put upon a grave, as we remember our soldiers brave.
Veterans Week is a time to remember the courage and sacrifice of those who have served Canada from past to present, and express our endless gratitude for their service. As we pause today to recognize Aboriginal Veterans Day, we thank the thousands of Indigenous Canadians in uniform who answered the call of duty and made the ultimate sacrifice. Their contributions and efforts have helped our country in its efforts to make this world a safer place. The Honorable Kent Herr, Minister of Veterans Affairs and Associate Minister of National Defense.
Reconciliation is about all Canadians making effort to better understand our history and chart a new path together. And that includes learning about the sacrifices made by the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit women and men serving in the Canadian Armed Forces. Today we thank and honor all those who served, those who lost their lives, and those lives were changed. The Honorable Carolyn Bennett, MDPC MP.
We are the forgotten of the lest we forget. We are the invisible ghosts from the res.
We had no obligation to join. We had to give up our treaty status.
We fought, we died. Our language was used for secret messages. We stood side by side with other soldiers in our victory.
We were cast aside when we came back home. We didn't get the benefits allotted other veterans. We didn't know where to live since we gave up our treaty status.
We were the forgotten of the lest we forget. We were the invisible ghosts from the res.
You were, and always shall be, my brother. We were all the same color wrapped in the flag of this nation. My blood flowed as freely as yours. Mixed in the fields, one could not be distinguished from the other. Yet, when we came home, when the nation's colors were removed, difference became apparent. Not between you and me, God willing never, but in the eyes of those whom laid down their lives.
We still stood shoulder to shoulder in the parades, but the government thought that your life was more valuable than mine. So you were given land, property, while I waited and I waited. I know what you were given was not enough for what we endured. Still, it was much more than
I am not envious, you brother. I believe you deserve even more than you received. But I am hurt very badly. I am not ashamed to say that I cried. And why not? I bled, I died, I killed. Why does my country think I am unworthy? The enemy I fought could never be as cruel as the people I came back to embrace.
I gave so much, lived through so much, and then you who I would give all for, you pushed me aside as if I was inconsequential. I feel as if I have been spit upon by one I honored.
Do I feel good having to ask you for what should have been given all along? No. In fact, I'm a little ashamed to ask for justice in this. For I never went to war for money, for glory, for reward. I went because I was the right thing to do, and God forgave me. I would have gone again.
This may seem an old wound to you, but it is a wound that never heals. For it is a wound to my people's hearts and soul, an insult to our pride, and we deserve so much better, especially from you.
Little poppy, give it to me. Help me keep Canada safe and free. Oh, we're a little poppy, as red as red can be. Show that I remember those who fought for me. Show that I remember those who fought for me. Little poppy, give it to me. Help me keep Canada safe and free. Help me keep Canada safe and free. Help me keep Canada safe and free.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below.
We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow. Loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields.
Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from falling hands we throw.
The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die.
We shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
And now we will hear the playing of the last post by Mr. Hall, followed by 2 minutes of silence, followed by the revelry played by Mr. Hall. that concludes our VMPS Remembrance Day 2021. Thank you for watching.